with 50% off thousands of items. Debenhams' biggest ever half-price sale starts tomorrow. Debenhams, Britain's favourite department store.
In today's Urbandoned video, we are continuing our coverage of abandoned Debenhams across the UK.
Holy shit, this is cool.
Last summer, we got the chance to explore Glasgow's Argyle Street Debenhams, the historic premises left untouched since 2021.
This is very, very cool. Some of the signage is lit up.
Wow. Proper apocalyptic mall vibe.
Join us as we head inside the former department store to see what remains.
Oh my god, you'll never guess what.
What is it?
95% of our viewers aren't subscribed.
95%?
That's alright man, calm down. There's still time to fix this. Hit subscribe with notifications on to never miss a future video.
We are happy to announce that we have launched our YouTube membership program. We have 2 levels available for anyone willing to support the channel, with 2 exciting levels featuring perks and rewards, such as early access to videos, emojis and badges, and members only videos featuring our various behind the scenes road trip series. Check it out now using the link below. Anyway, on to today's episode.
Debenhams mid-season sale. Prices are down in every department. Don't miss our mid-season sale. Debenhams. Starts Monday.
It was summer 2024. Towards the end of our Scottish road trip, we set an afternoon aside to attempt to infiltrate one of the last grand-scale Debenhams left to document in the country. The prominent Argyle Street property in Glasgow, Scotland, was a purpose-built department store built in the 1930s. Formerly Lewis's until the 90s, the classical style structure is a B-listed building, standing at 7 floors with over 1,400 staff. After Debenhams took over in 1991, the premises shifted branding and adapted to the modern climate. Nevertheless, we were still hoping for vintage details that survived the decades since. However, the site's city centre location, enclosed by one of Glasgow's biggest shopping centres, and the ground floor being still occupied by many businesses, was going to make it fairly tricky, so we had to really switch on.
This will be like next, I think.
We find ourselves in the shared access tunnels, behind the many active stores, underneath the vacant Debenhams, hunting for a way up. Although these corridors are semi-used, we didn't know which sections were and were not, so it was vital to find an entrance to our target quickly.
This will be used as well. We just need one stairwell. Fucking hell. To the right. This is JD, this is JD. These are the fucking boxes I used to have to touch. Yeah, this is all stock. Let's keep going anyway. This way.
After getting a little too close for comfort, we eventually found what we were looking for, hopefully without detection from anyone below.
The gate. I'll have a look at the gate. It's so old. Alright, after walking around the back rooms of Debenhams, we finally got in. We're starting on the highest level, just because there possibly might be sensors. And yeah, this is pretty much as expected. Storage rooms. It's decaying quite a bit.
There's a nice skylight in here.
Yeah.
This is very cool. Definitely differs to top floors of other places we've been in like this.
Yeah. All the stock would have filled these shelves. There's some store displays here that are still intact.
Done a good job getting them up here.
Yeah. It's a good sign for what might be downstairs. Starting on the top, we definitely want to make sure we don't miss any old details like in Manchester's Debenhams. Little boardrooms that one had. Here's some of the brands. Looking out one side of the Debenhams, you can see how high we are. This is the huge, cool-looking shopping centre that used to connect to it via a bridge. But that's long been blocked off, as we found out.
See a bit of wood here. Oh my gosh. The floor is very spongy. It's definitely a lot older. The wooden door frames. Bit of decay in here as well. It's big storage rooms.
This side corridor intrigued me. Seems like old offices that have been modernised. Look at the ceiling as well. Really tall. You can tell the age from this toilet. Oh, here we go. Here's some nice wooden panelling. Beautiful decay. Maybe an old manager's office. These are the little rooms I like to find in these buildings.
My God.
Yeah, it's really nice. This is the best bit about this place so far. It's all marble.
Yeah, very, very old. Definitely an original piece that they've kept.
Banister's beautiful as well.
Goes such a long way down.
Was it?
Yeah. See some tiling on the floor for this one. Oh, is it one of these? More power down here.
It's definitely not customer areas.
No, I feel like we're a few floors off that.
Yeah.
Not much here so far.
No, it's got to open up though here. Oh my God.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, just more storage.
Big cameras up there.
This looks like store. Oh my God, this is so cool. It's the big atrium.
Very big.
Still says Debenhams Glasgow up as well. Wow.
Look at the skylight.
It's 5 stories all the way down. Proper apocalyptic mall vibe.
As much as these retail complexes we have done, the empty shop floors never seem to lose their surreal feel, going against the populated expectation for a department store. Inside Glasgow's Debenhams, the silent escalators in the huge atrium was a sight to behold, although we could only imagine what it would have looked like before the modernisation.
It's very immaculate. You can see little bits like that where this ceiling tile's coming down. There's a reception point. Reception point? What am I talking about? Checkout. You can tell this is the last day of the trip. Yeah, it's all very standard up here. You probably couldn't tell it apart from other Debenhams we've done. The Christmas decorations are still up. Old photos of Glasgow. I'm pretty sure that's the Clyde Bridge crane, is it called?
The restaurant's still fully intact. It's very big as well, multiple counters here for different cafes, vendors, I'd imagine. Looks like the kitchen could be just put straight back to use. Power still on. And down here is where the tables would have been. However, not many remaining, just 3 on my left. It's always fun to look at prices. I think this is a 2020-ish closure, which is in line with the rest of them. So they shouldn't be too out of touch. £3 for a mocha. Pretty reasonable, I think. Maybe a little cheaper. All the glass is still in this cabinet. Completely untouched. Not even one smashed. Heading down the big escalators. So it's going to be shop floor after shop floor now. See what nice bits we can find.
Still some mannequins up over there. I wonder why all the power's just left on.
I know.
Seems
It's
like a
been
bit of a
long
waste.
time. Could be because there's other buildings still occupying.
Yeah,
I
I
thought they
guess.
could have shut it off.
So many cameras in there, we gotta hope that they're not working anymore.
Beginning to make our way down the many escalators, it was an eerie spectacle, the only sounds being the faint strumming of the busker's guitar on the street outside.
This is like the staff area. It's very neatly cordoned off. There's more and more storage. Down again. There's a few more mannequins. This one's been duct taped to the mouth. It's a bit strange. I'm noticing it's getting more and more intact the further we go down. I feel like the bottom floor might just be full of stuff. It's really, really cool over there. I can see the shop signs are still lit up. Dorothy Perkins. It's a nice contrast with the darkness lit by fluorescence, contrasting with this really cool modern atrium bit with natural light.
Moving into the 21st century, Debenhams was a leading department store chain in Britain, widely recognised for its wide range of products that appealed the middle class, providing affordable fashion and home goods. Sadly, the downfall was soon to come. The 2010s saw a retail apocalypse, with declining footfall on the high street, with many customers using online services instead, Debenhams failing to invest in its e-platforms, whilst other brands like ASOS and Boohoo surged ahead. Many other complications such as private equity buyouts, overexpansion and the traditional department store being an outdated model further enhanced the likelihood of closure. Therefore, when the COVID-19 pandemic arrived, causing stores to shut and sales to plummet, Glasgow's Debenhams was one of 15 Scottish stores to close in February 2021.
Getting closer to the bottom floors now. I love how some of the signage is lit up, especially when bits are in darkness as well. It really gives off the apocalyptic vibe. Looks like this would have been shoes around here. Maybe a bit of work happening back here. It looks more stripped and bits in piles than previous bits we've seen so far. This is the stuff we're looking for in reality. Behind the fake facades that they put up for the shops is the actual original building's details. All these tiles are hidden behind here, and you would imagine the ceilings as well would be quite impressive.
I assume these are more iconic Scottish landmarks. This would have been Topshop. During our time in the back rooms, we thought Topshop was still active. We didn't realise it was a sub-conglomerate from Debenhams. So we were nervously walking around their back rooms, but lo and behold, here it is. Absolutely nothing left. I feel like it might have even closed before the rest of the Debenhams, maybe. It's silent in here, besides that faint tune from the busker outside. Going down to what I believe is the lowest floor, because I think the ground floor tenants that are still active occupy the street side. And you have to go through a staircase to get to Debenhams when it was open. This looks fucking untouched. The chandeliers are up.
Nice.
Holy shit, this is cool.
This is very, very cool. It's a bigger version of Chester, maybe.
Yeah. Wow.
You can just imagine it full. The amount of places like we've been in these that are active, I'm sure many people can relate. It's just silent and dead now. Little salon, some description back here. Looks like it's plant essences. I'm actually not familiar with Avida, but you definitely could sit down here and have some treatment or try out their products. It's quite cool.
Like we had witnessed in various other Debenhams, the ground floor featured much of the branding and furniture left to rot. The functioning electricity made the scenario even stranger, with the sense that the only absence here was people.
Actually can't take these ones off. YSL. Very dusty.
Crazy.
think there's more behind here as well. This box, that's.
Oh yeah.
That is mad. This stuff is just in here. It's because it's a prop.
I feel like we've done this exact thing before on another Debenhams.
Yeah.
Confirms that there would have been a bridge, with the sign indicating that if you turn right you can get to the Enoch Centre. Still just totally intact on this side as well. All the makeup stands. Brand name's still here. Look at this. Still working. That shows it's closed circuit. That's crazy though. Welcome to Debenhams, Glasgow. Probably gonna get copyright striked, but it is something that had to be done, coming down here to the front entrance that would have welcomed so many people for 40, 50 years. Might have even been a department store before it was Debenhams, I would imagine that would be the case. Now the shutters are down and the decay is settling in. Tragic. Here's the base of Costa, in case you're wondering. The only thing that remains is the COVID Costa branded things on the floor. Photography wise, the view from here is pretty cool though. It's very, very photogenic, even though it's not too old.
Having completed our exploration of Glasgow's former department store, the final objective was to reach the roof.
Trying to get up to the roof. Fucking hell. Oh my god. Yeah. We can have a look over the side though.
For now, the former Debenhams sits neglected on the high street, a reminder of the British retail decline. However, it seems the future is bright for the listed structure, with potential repurposing as a Zara, with a rooftop bar being a bonus of the neighbouring shopping centre's redevelopment. Here are some of our photographs captured at the abandoned Debenhams in Glasgow. If you like the look of them, check out our Instagram page in the description, where we share images from our explores months before they are seen on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the continuation of our Debenhams coverage across the UK. See you next time.